back in the garage. So last time, cleaned the engine, got completely soaked and got sick at the same time, so that wasn't very good. But feeling much better now, and I think I want to attack the rest of this. So what I really need to do here is kind of take these, this is where the timing chain is, and it's got Carrera tensioners on it. And I think I mentioned something last time that you definitely want to change anything that's like a rubber part. So you can see right here with this one here, it looks okay, but you know, you never know really the condition of that rubber. With this one here, you can see, well, it rotates. And anytime you get any of these that actually aren't really tight and it's lost the crimp, it's gonna leak. So what I did was I purchased all new oil lines. These are specifically for the Carrera hydraulic tensioners that I have on this. You know, I'm gonna have to take these lines off, take this whole thing off, reseal it, and then also I got the original line for the turbo. This is the oil supply turbo, and this one here had lost its crimp as well and was just kind of floating around in there, and you can actually see a bunch of oil seeping on there and pouring down on the front of the engine. So this one definitely need to be changed. These two maybe not so much, but you know, if you've got something twisting like that, that's no damn good. So I think what we're going to do today is change all that out, and also we're going to do the front and rear main seals. Those should be pretty easy to do. So basically, just going to seal this motor up. Let's get going on that. Okay, here's the hydraulic chain tensioner. Here's the guides. Guides look pretty good. They don't look broken up or anything like that. Everything looks nice and tight. Small little O-ring down here that needs to be changed. Okay, here's the other tensioner for the other side. And you can see there's a guide in there. Guide looks pretty good. So, gonna clean all this gasket material up, put fresh gaskets on it, clean this surface up. It's gonna take quite a bit of time to, I think, clean this surface up here, but yeah, this looks all pretty good in here. I did a pretty good job. Now all we got to do is just take off little spots like this with the razor blade, put the cover back on. All right, we're kind of moving forward with this project. Getting ready to seal everything up here in the front cam area. What I did with these is I basically just put them on a piece of flat glass that I have that's pretty thick. And you know, I just took some 600 grit and kind of moved them around a little bit. They looked like they were really flat. I had to take some studs out of here and you know, just kind of use a little Scotch-Brite to kind of freshen the area up a little bit, make sure that I don't have any gasket material left. I'm going to put these things on dry. I know a lot of people would prefer to put you know, silicone on one side or the other side. I can't really see where there's a benefit. And talk a bit about gaskets. So what I bought was this is your typical Victor kit here, and you kind of have to when you get these gasket kits, you know, it comes with all kinds of O-rings. There's lots of banjo fittings in these engines, you know, with oil and fuel, and so you kind of have to just kind of take inventory of what you have. There was like 3 or 4 different part numbers for this. I purchased the one that, you know, just from pictures, and basically I was convinced that it had the right gaskets I needed in it, and I think I was about dead on that. And one thing's for sure, that they're never going to give you the rear main seal. You have to purchase that separately. But that's okay, as long as you know you need it. And there's a couple other little O-rings and that kind of thing that I needed to purchase separately. But definitely go through this kit and see what you got and see what you don't have and order it up. One thing I discovered early is that these washers on here were not magnetic. So they're aluminum, and I kind of think that, you know, they just kind of help seal off this area. Definitely want to purchase all brand new lock nuts. If you try to plate these things, you know, you can reuse your existing ones, but if you go to plate them, you're going to have to put them in that muriatic acid, and it's not going to like the nylon in here, and it's actually going to dissolve it, so they're not going to really be a lock nut anymore. So you're definitely going to have to buy some of these. This is M6 and of course M8 for the valve covers here, and they give you, in this kit that I got, they give you all aluminum sealing washers, I guess is what you call them, for the front here and for the valve covers. Another thing is next we're going to be attacking the valve covers and taking these off and doing valve seals and rocker seals in there. So definitely want to be able to reseal that up. I know most of my leaking was coming from the valve covers. So another thing is we want to powder coat that. Boy, there's a lot of work involved here, and hey, let's get started putting it back together. The thing I'm going to do with these is just kind of put them on dry. That's what the factory would have done, and I'll bolt them together. Okay, a couple things that can happen with these. You can see that they expand and contract, you know, to fit up in there. You got to replace both of these O-rings here. Kind of pop right off. One thing that can happen is these O-rings in here, which kind of seal as it's being expanded, they can break, or also they don't get in there correctly, and got to be really careful with those. All tightened up. Looks pretty good. Well, that thing looks pretty good, huh? So next week we're going to be getting into the valves. So there's two things I want to do inside of there. I want to do rocker shaft seals. They call them RSR seals. I don't know why they call them that, but and then also want to do the valve seals. I know there's a little bit of debate online whether or not valve seals really help a smoking problem, but it's been my experience working with GM cars that, man, you got something that smokes on startup a little bit and you replace those valve seals, that problem goes away. So if you like content like this, please subscribe. I could use every subscriber I can get. Till next time.